What is up? Welcome to Mind Your Hormones. I am super excited to chat with you about this today because this is something that's very top of mind for me in real time. And I'm going to be going over with you exactly what I packed in my hospital bag. Now, maybe you're someone who's giving birth in a birthing center or whatever. Like, obviously, this could apply for that as well. The reason why I'm not getting birthing in a birthing center right now is because where we live, there really wasn't any around, like that was close. We're not in like a city type area. And also, I didn't want to do a home birth for my first birthing experience because that just makes me way too nervous. So we are birthing in a hospital, but we do have a doula who is going to be coming on the podcast after the birth. That will probably air sometime in August or something. But so she's going to be there like with us every step of the way. Most of my time during labor, I am going to be home and we're going to stay home as long as possible until going to the hospital. But I wanted to go over with you exactly what I packed in my hospital bag. And if you're new to the podcast, as of right now, at the time that I'm recording this, I am 38 weeks and like 4 days pregnant. By the time you listen to this, I will most likely have had the baby already. This is not what the topic of conversation is on today's episode, but I lost my mucus plug this morning. And obviously, if you're tuning into this, you're most likely someone who's pregnant or who maybe is going to be. So I'm going to talk to you about this because I didn't know what it looked like until today. And I was like, holy shit, like what is happening? So, like I said, I'm 38 weeks and 4 days. And last night I noticed like a lot more cervical mucus when I was wiping. And I talk all about cervical mucus when I talk about ovulation. So it was very similar to that, like that raw egg white consistency, very slippery when I was wiping, like you definitely have more of that during pregnancy in general, but way more than usual. And I noticed like some like brown, like globs within it kind of looked like, if you're eating right now, let me just preface that this is going to be graphic and it's not going to be pretty. Okay. So if you're listening to this and you don't want to hear what it looks like, just skip forward a couple seconds. Okay. But I'm like, I'm here for this. I would want to know what it looks like if I didn't know and it's their first pregnancy or something. So I'm going to give you the juicy details. So and it was like a brown glob, kind of looked like a booger almost. And it was just like a little bit, but it would be there like kind of every time I wiped starting last night and this morning, just like a little bit here and there. So obviously I contacted my doula and she was like, yeah, it sounds like you're starting to lose your mucus plug. Some people lose it all at once. Some people slowly lose it. She's like, it just means like you're probably starting to dilate or your cervix is starting to efface, but it doesn't mean you're going into labor. Like it could still be 2 weeks till you have the baby. I was like, okay, cool. And then today, because that was last night and this morning, and then this afternoon, like a couple hours before I'm recording this podcast, I lost the full thing, like, and my doula was like, some women don't even notice when they lose it. And I was like, I don't actually understand how someone would not notice this. Because when I just fully lost it, I was like, okay, it was very long. Like, I don't know inches here. Maybe not as tall as a glass of water. Like if you're watching this on YouTube, not as tall as a glass of water, but like probably like this high. I don't know. Was it like 6 inches or whatever? And it was like thick, like a string, but like a very thick string. And it was like a line of brown. Like it was like mucus, like it fully came out in one thing. Like you will know if this happens. I don't know how some people don't know this, like, or don't recognize that this happens unless it just like falls out into the toilet bowl and you don't look and you don't notice it. But like I felt it come out. So my mucus plug is completely now gone. I'm feeling totally fine. I'm feeling a little tightness, like a little Braxton Hicks here and there, but like I'm doing good. So we'll see when the baby actually comes after this. I don't feel like it's coming in the next couple days. Excuse me, but who knows? Anyway, just wanted to give that little tidbit because I figured you are listening to this if you are pregnant and it might be something you're interested in. So anyway, let's get to today's episode, which is what I packed in my hospital bag. So I'm going to go through the stuff that I packed for myself and then for the baby. I'm going to have my business manager create a little PDF for you that you'll be able to download. So just check the show notes for that so you can, easily have access to it. And obviously there might be stuff that I'm missing or whatever, but this is like the majority of everything that I'm bringing. I tried to remember every single thing before I recorded this episode so I didn't forget anything, but this is all my stuff. So for me, my toiletries. So I always have a travel toiletry bag that is just always packed and ready to go. Prior to being pregnant, like we traveled pretty often. So I just always kept it there. So it's ready. And I have like travel containers of stuff that I would just fill up with my shampoo and stuff and just replenish it. So it's always there and ready to go. So I have that. And in there, I always have my shampoo and conditioner. I personally use Juice Beauty. I also have a pregnancy safe product guide that has all the recommended products that I use that are non-toxic, all the things like no hormone disruptors, like you know the vibe, okay? So we'll put that link in the show notes as well so you could download that to see the brands of stuff that I'm talking about. But in my toiletry case, I have my shampoo, my conditioner, I'm assuming I'm probably going to take a shower after, like who knows, but I'm just going to have it there. I would like to probably shower after, but who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, my shampoo, my conditioner, my toothpaste, toothbrush, my floss. I have all my Skin Essence Organics face wash and oils and all of that. I have a comb in there. I have body lotion in there, my deodorant. I have a chapstick, hair ties. Those are like all the things that are in my toiletry bag. I also have like a razor in there too. I don't think I'm going to be shaving in the shower, in the hospital, but it's just in my toiletry bag. So I have all of that in there. Q-tips, cotton balls, like eye makeup remover, which I probably won't have on, but unless I go into labor and I have makeup on and don't like wash my face in the midst of it, because I'm a little preoccupied. So I have eye makeup remover in there. All I use for eye makeup remover is just jojoba oil. So I just have that in there. So all of my like normal toiletries, assuming like I'm going to shower, need my lotions, like all of that is in there. So I packed that. I also packed my Frida postpartum kit. So I got this off of Amazon, and the Frida postpartum kit has disposable underwear. It has huge pads. It has like the ice packs and stuff, which my doula said to just leave that at home because I'm not going to need that really till I go home. But I did bring like the pads and the disposable underwear. They have like witch hazel, they're like pads, I guess, like witch hazel infused pads that you could put in there. So I have all of that as well. I also brought nipple cream. I'm using Honest brand nipple cream. And also there's another brand I have too. I forget which one, but the one that I packed is the Honest brand. Nipple cream in case my nipples are sore from trying to breastfeed and stuff like that. My deodorant I packed as well. Also like, okay, we'll get to that after. This is just toiletry stuff. My supplements. It's not really toiletries, but I don't know what category to put it under, but I packed all my supplements. So my probiotic, my prenatal, my iron, my choline, my omega, my vitamin D, like everything I normally take, I packed like 2 days worth of them in my Miracle Worker, like literally everything, packed all of that as well. So I have that there because I want to make sure that I'm still taking my supplements while I'm there as well. So all of that is there. I'm also bringing a glass water bottle with a straw. My doula was like, because I usually use the Yeti and that's like a twist off. She's like, make sure you have a water bottle with a straw that we could easily pass to you like while you're in labor and you could just like sip on it. I actually have the one from Booby Body. That's a protein powder that I'm loving right now. It's specifically for pregnancy and postpartum and stuff like that. I'm obsessed. We'll put the link in the show notes for that too. You do get a discount code for Booby Body if you're interested in it. They have bars and protein powders, and they have this water bottle and stuff. I personally only use the protein powder, and I got this water bottle because it was like a glass one that had a case and had a straw with it. So I'm bringing that as well. And then for clothes wise, also I should have prefaced this. I am not a light packer. Okay. Like I should have started the episode with this, especially when it's somewhere that like I've never been, if we're traveling somewhere I've never gone, or for this, like I've never had a baby. So I don't exactly know everything I'm going to need. Like I'm someone that I'd rather be overly prepared than underprepared. And honestly, like my friend was saying, she's like, you could go to the hospital with literally nothing and they'll have everything you and baby need. But obviously I want my organic stuff, my non-toxic stuff, like especially for me and baby, like I'm not jacking around. So I have 2 bags, by the way. I have like a duffel and a backpack. And then Chris has his own bag too, which I'll talk about that in a second. So let me just preface this, like I am not a light packer. Okay. So if you're looking for a minimalist, this is not the place to be. Okay. All right. Clothes wise, obviously I packed underwear. Like I packed like one pair of regular underwear. I'm probably going to be using mostly the disposable one, but maybe for the way home. So I packed some underwear. I like the Aerie brand right now. I forget what it's called. They're like Aerie, maybe boy short ones. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but that's the one that I got. I brought a pair of like comfy shorts, like still maternity ones, obviously to wear home, and a nursing bra and a tank top. Like I packed just like an outfit for going home. I currently, at the time that's recording this, it's June 6th right now. So it's going to be probably warmer out. So I packed like shorts, a tank top, and a nursing bra for me to wear home. I also packed nightgowns, a long sleeve one and a short sleeve one, obviously with buttons and stuff for breastfeeding, because I don't know if I'm going to be hot. Am I going to be cold? Like, I'm not sure. So that's why, again, I packed both. I also packed the Kindred Bravely hospital gown. I don't know if I'm actually going to want to birth in the hospital gown or not. So what I'm wearing to the hospital, I'm most likely going to probably birth in like a nursing bra, and like while I'm going through labor, have like the sweat shorts on and then just rip that shit off when I'm going to push. Because I'm assuming I'm going to be warm. I'm not going to want like a lot of fabric on me. That's just like kind of how I'm thinking I'm going to be feeling. So I think that's probably what I'm going to birth in. But I also did get the Kindred Bravely hospital gown just in case, because it's more comfortable than just like the regular gowns they give you. So I brought that too. I bring my own slippers, shower sandals, socks, claw clips, scrunchies, all of that. AirPods, because and like the charger for that. Also 2 long charging wires, like the really long cable ones, like 6 feet, because like I don't know how far it's going to be from the bed. I brought 2 of them, one for me, one for Chris. The AirPods I'm going to be using during the majority of my birthing time, because I am taking a Hypnobabies course to help me have an unmedicated birth. So you listen to specific hypnosis tracks like during the actual like labor process. Excuse me. So I know I'm going to be listening to that. So I brought like, the charging case and all of that. It's going to be packed in there. I brought a robe, a dirty laundry bag. So whatever laundry we actually use, because I know there's some stuff that I'm not going to use and wear. And obviously I pre-washed all of this stuff, my stuff, baby stuff. I'm using Branch Basics laundry detergent. I've been using that for a while now. I'm using that for my stuff and for baby stuff too. And Chris too. We all use it. So bring a dirty laundry bag. So whatever stuff that I don't end up using is not going to get like mixed in with the dirty stuff. So put that in there. Clothes wise, Chris is bringing his own like t-shirts and stuff like that. But the doula also told him to bring a bathing suit, because sometimes she's like, you might want to be in the shower and just have the water on you while you are going through the birthing experience. Like obviously not pushing in the shower, but well, I mean, you never know, but I'm saying like the actual labor. So have Chris bring a bathing suit so he could be in there with me, get wet, whatever. Obviously I don't need a bathing suit because I'm going to be naked and not give a shit who's seeing me naked at that point. So those are the clothes things that we are bringing as well. There's something that just popped into my head that I wanted to add that I don't have on this list that I can't remember. A claw clip. I have a Post-it on my refrigerator right now of the stuff that needs to be thrown into the hospital bag last minute that Chris and the doula could see, and to make sure that I don't forget it. Like, for example, the AirPod case, like making sure that gets thrown in there. Some stuff that I'm going to talk about right now to make sure that gets thrown in there. So I made a list on there to make sure that if it's stuff like my license, like that's the next like random category, the pediatrician info, I have my insurance card, my license, that is obviously with me in my wallet that I'm like not going to put in my hospital bag now because I need it. So I put that on the Post-it on the fridge. So like grab my wallet, make sure it's in my bag. So I have my insurance card, I have my license. Chris will have his insurance card too that has both our names on it, but just in case, and I definitely do need my license. So I made sure that they have a Post-it on there so they know to grab those things. The other thing that's on there is my colostrum. So I've been doing hand expression. I'm in a course called Boob School. I did a whole podcast episode with her. It was so freaking amazing. I will definitely link that below. I'm in her course and I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. Like breastfeeding is something that's really, really important to me. I want to make sure that I feel fully confident in it. Obviously, it's still going to be so hard, but I just love educating myself on as much as I can before the actual process. So I'm going through this course, and part of it is learning how to hand express before you actually give birth, starting at 36 weeks if you're cleared by your doctor. So I've been hand expressing, and you get some colostrum out of it. So I have the Haka like containers, I think they're called maybe syringes. I don't even know, whatever it is, the little Haka containers to collect your colostrum. So I have that. And you have to freeze them. If it's more than 4 days, it has to go in the freezer. So I have those in there that I want to bring to the hospital just in case the baby isn't latching good in the beginning. I'll have some colostrum that I'll be able to give them. So I have that on my Post-it list also, like make sure you grab this out of the freezer and throw it in my hospital bag. So that's something that's a really good tip for you too. I also have my birth plan, 2 copies of it in my hospital bag as well that I'm bringing to give to the nurses so everyone's on the same page. And I have it on my phone too, but like obviously I have a printout to hand to them. Okay, so that's all the stuff for me. Now for baby, the colostrum, which I just talked about, technically that is for baby. Also am bringing the boppy because I think that's just going to be like having something there that could be helpful for breastfeeding and stuff. So we're bringing that with us. I brought 1 sleep sack and 2 swaddles. Diaper cream, we're using, Honest is one of them. And then E-Cream from Skin Essence also I am going to be using. And there's another brand. It's like a balm. I forget what it is. I am eventually going to be putting out my whole baby registry and all the products and all of that too. That's something that my business manager is going to be working on while I'm in on maternity. So possibly it might be done by the time that you're listening to this. If it is, you could check the show notes for it. If not, I will definitely talk about it on a future episode and make sure you get access to it. So their diaper cream, I brought their diapers. I'm using right now, I have a few different brands to see which one I like, but Honest is one of them. Diaper is another one. And, I can't remember the other brand right now, but those are the 2 brands that I brought to the hospital. Again, the hospital has wipes, they have diapers, they have diaper cream, but I want to use the organic, non-toxic one. So that's why I'm bringing all that stuff for the baby. Their wipes I brought, I packed. I sterilized a nippy that I brought for them, which is, oh God, I'm so bad at remembering these brands right now, but they will be in the show notes. Okay. But it's a specific brand that people who breastfeed really recommend to kind of like mimic the breast. I don't plan on using it. The only time that I plan on using it is in the car. If it's like we're in traffic and it's a long ride home and they're freaking out and I can't just like throw them on the boob or something, like I have the nippy there. So I did bring that just in case. I also brought just in case a backup formula. Again, I do not plan on using it at all whatsoever. I'm very passionate about breastfeeding, but just in case, I want to make sure that I have a brand that I'm comfortable with because I'm definitely not going to be using whatever brands that they're going to give in the hospital. So I ordered one from actually Australia. It's called Sprouts. It's a vegan one. And it's like has the best ingredients that I've found. I didn't find any that was sold in the United States that ingredients I felt good about. What a shock. So I had to do it from Australia. It was a pretty penny for one bag that I'm most likely and hopefully never going to use, but I still need it just in case as a backup. So we are bringing that just in case. I'm bringing 2 to 3 onesies for them and 2 outfits to bring home because again, I don't know what the weather's going to be. So one outfit is like a gown that's like long sleeve and stuff. The other outfit is shorts and a short sleeve in case it's hot, like that. I don't know. So I brought both. Brought a hat and a headband because we don't know the sex of the baby. So I brought both depending on what the sex actually is. Also got these cute little wooden signs and 2 different signs. So one of them says he's here on one side and she's here on the other side for like an announcement picture. And then the other one has their names. Like one side is the girl name, one side is the boy name. So I packed that and brought that as well. And then I also brought vitamin D for them because it's really important to supplement vitamin D for babies as well as vitamin K. And we will link the brands and stuff on my registry and all of that and within this as well because I don't remember off the top of my head. I know the vitamin K is BioK is the brand. I got it off my Full Script Dash, which we could link my Full Script Dash below. I'm doing oral vitamin K instead of the actual vitamin K shot. So that's why I brought that too. So that's all the stuff that I brought for baby that I can remember. There might be other stuff because I keep just like throwing random things in there, but that's like the basics of everything I brought for the baby. And then snacks, because I'm definitely not eating the hospital food. So my family is also instructed. There's a place nearby. It's called Cornucopia. It's a health food store, and they have an organic, vegan, gluten-free deli counter. So I made a list of all the stuff that I like from there, and I sent it to my mom and sister. And I was like, hey, heads up, when you come to the hospital, like here are the things that I like, so please bring me some of these. But I also brought snacks for us to have while we're there. Obviously, again, I'm planning for an unmedicated vaginal birth, so we probably won't be there long, but I want to have some snack options and stuff there. So I packed Sakara super bars. They're protein bars from the brand Sakara. I'm obsessed with them. I love the chocolate ones, the detox ones I love as well. I do have a discount code for Sakara. It's XO Corinne. We'll put that in the show notes too. I'm obsessed. Minimal ingredients, obviously organic. They have healthy fats in it. They have a good amount of protein. Like I really, really, really love them. I've been leaning heavily on them during my pregnancy as well. So I packed those. Also packed some Costco bars that Chris really likes. The brand is True Bar, and they're like a chocolate, and then there's like a donut one. They're vegan, gluten-free, all the stuff. I think they're organic. I'm pretty sure they are, but packed some of those as well. Packed us some pretzels. It's a Fit Joy brand from Thrive Market. I packed some pistachios, some granola, some Catalina Crunch in like silicone Ziploc bags, packed some chocolate, Evolved chocolate. Gotta have that on hand just in case. Again, the cornucopia meals that I'm having my family bring. And then I also told my sister she's instructed to bring a ton of filtered water. She has a reverse osmosis system. So I was like, fill up every water bottle you have, all like the stainless steel like water bottles that I have, fill them all up. You're instructed to bring a ton of water to me, so I have the filtered water at my disposal when she comes and visits. So that's like the food area of what, that we're planning and we're prepping and stuff that we're bringing. So that, I believe, is everything. I'm sure I probably forgot some stuff, but that's everything that's currently in my hospital bag. Again, it'll be like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh shit, I want to add this and throw this in there. Again, I'm not a minimalist when it comes to this, but I hope this was helpful for you. Check the show notes for the PDF. I eventually will have a whole registry PDF of everything that I registered for. It could possibly be done by the time you're listening to this. If it is, we will link it below. If not, we're definitely going to send an email out to the email fam with it. So if you're not already on the email fam and you don't get my emails, just make sure you join that. There'll be a link for that below too. So I hope this was helpful for you. Make sure you save this episode. I know I went through a ton of stuff. Share this with a friend who maybe wants to like have an idea of some stuff to put in her hospital bag. Again, this is my first rodeo, so I leaned on friends who recently had babies to help me, like, what the hell do I bring? So I hope you love this episode. I will talk to you soon, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.